Good afternoon. Right, one of my subbies asked me to do a quick chat about gel plates. Okay, I've got three types. This one was a Gelli Arts because that's all that was around at the time I bought this one. This is the 8x10. You can see they're an absolute mess, but that's gel plates. Yeah, I bought the Gelli Arts one, as I say, because when I bought this, gosh, I don't know, 6 years ago, that's the only brand that was out there, okay? Sorry, let me just start that again. So there's Gelli Arts and then there is Gel Press, okay? Gelli Arts were the first ones that came out with this piece of gelatin that you can just keep. They all come in clamshell packaging. I'll go through the other two in a minute. They all come in this packaging. Sorry, it's going to be noisy. Which, yeah, you need to keep that, okay? It comes with a layer of acetate over the top. Take the acetate off. It comes top and bottom. Take it off, okay? And it has a label. You can keep the label separately if you want to. It's up to you. Yeah, so that's the 8x10. Okay, fine, lovely. But I'll show you the problem with it, which is why... Sorry, I'm just finding a bit of an A4 card. The reason I went for a bigger plate is because... let me see what you can see. Am I on screen? Yeah. So you can see this is an A4 piece of paper, which is what I print on most of the time. But if I line that up with the edge and the side, you can probably tell it doesn't cover an A4 piece of card. All right, and that was getting slightly frustrating because I like to put the paper and the card that I print on an A4 sheet, which is a standard size piece of paper here in the UK. It just, it just wasn't covering it. So I got a bit frustrated with it, to say the least. So I then Ranger with Dina Wakley. So that's the Gelli Arts 8x10. All right. Dina Wakley and Ranger bought out this set. This was quite cheap. I couldn't find this. It probably is on Amazon and places like that. Sorry, noise again. Again, another clamshell package. But as you can probably see, you've got a big one here, which I can't remember the size of. It's 11 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think it was designed to fit one of Dina Wakley's art journals. Okay, so that's quite a handy size. It's okay. This one's a handy size. This one measures 6 3/4 by 3 1/2, and then you get a circular one, which is, I think it's 3 inch. Yeah, 3 inch circle. I guess just if you're starting out in this, you need to decide what you're going to use it for. If it's just card making, this set would do you fine, or a 6x6 one, which I didn't check Gel Press, but I know Gelli Arts do a 6x6. They also do a 6 inch circle. They do all sorts. I've also got, I think these are, yeah, these are Gel Press Petites. Okay. And that's a little square, an oval, and a hexagon. I have used the hexagon. I did a thing with that. I just pushed the packaging into the back of that one. Anyway, that's beside the point. Yeah, so there's all sorts. What I'm trying to say is there is all sorts of shapes and sizes out there. Decide what you're going to use it for. If you're just making cards, probably a 6x6 is fine for you. Okay, no problem at all. That's quite a nice size. That goes on to, yeah, you can cut that down to 5 1/2. I can't remember what the normal size cards is, but anyway, you know, you can cut them all down to size. That's what I'm trying to say. So again, that's another one that I use. I mainly use, I don't use this one very often. I use it as a palette if I'm going to use it, and that is to get the ink on my brayer and then onto my bigger plate. So after the frustration with the 8x10, I then upgraded to the really big one. And this is a gel press one. The clamshell came broken, the packaging. I'll turn it over to the pretty side. So yeah, I upgraded to this really big one, which is, I think it's 12. Yeah, it's about 14 by 12-ish. Okay, 14 by 12. So, sorry, noise again. Actually, I don't need to open it. So what you can see is a piece of A4 paper fits on there with room to spare. I also use this one if I'm printing on fabric, okay, because you get a nice big piece of fabric that you can print on. All right. That's it for the gel plates. I can't see much difference in texture or whatever between, between this one and the Gelli Arts one. I'm knocking everything over here. I put a piece of protective film on here because the sticky tape that I've repaired the clamshell with was leaching the sticky stuff onto the gel plate. So I've put a cover. I've had to put it on. I don't really want to leave it on here, but I've got no choice. It's either that or that sticky stuff is going to transfer onto there, which I really don't want. So yeah, as you can see, I leave bits and pieces on it. We call those, what do we call them? The crunchy bits, the nice bits that are left over, and you can get some really nice crusty bits, that's the word. You can get some nice bits and bobs. Okay, so that's the gel plates. So decide what you're going to do with it. If you're just making cards, 6x6 would be fine, okay, because you can then trim that down to, was it 5.5 by some, I don't know, I can't remember what the normal card size is. Yeah, so you can trim that down, and you can then cherry pick your designs that you want off of that, okay. So that's that. I'm going to have to completely change this because that is really going grungy. I'll leave that out and do that. Yeah, so that's that. So now the only other thing that you need is a brayer and paint, okay. You can use your ink pads if you've got the Tim Holtz ink pads. I keep my brayers in here. I've got a little diddy one, and then I've got two big ones. These are, yeah, that's all. Oh, and I've got a, I rarely use this one, sorry, noisy. It's like a, I don't use that one, I don't know why. This one was a really bad buy. See, it does that all the time. I think this was an Amazon cheapie. Really bad little brayer. I let my granddaughter use that one most of the time. But yeah, it's hopeless. It just undoes itself all the time. Handy if you want to wash it, I guess, but yeah, it was rubbish basically. But I keep it for the grandkids to use. Sorry, all sorts of stuff in there. This, I've got a, I use this one for lino printing as well, because I do that as well. I can't remember what blooming brand these are. Oh, this is, yeah, this is the SE, ESS, oh, SD, sorry, ESSDEE. There's brayers and brayers and brayers out there. Just look for whatever your budget is, what you can afford. No, I rarely clean them. They just, you know. So this one, the SD one, is more for lino printing. It's solid, okay? It's got no give to it whatsoever. I think this one was the same. Yeah, because you can get soft brayers and hard brayers. I use hard brayers. I think this one is considered a soft one because you can actually push it in. Yeah, it's up to you. If you want to be a brayer snob, you know, you go for it. But I just used what I had, and that was that. This little one I got because it's really handy when you're using smaller gel plates. Can't speak today. Smaller gel plates, or if you want to do kind of a patchworky effect, you can get in there and do little pieces like that. Okay, That's the only reason I've got it. No other reason at all. Really, you just need one. So, alright, and that's it, really. As long as it rolls, it's a Brayer. Paints, yeah, sky's your limit, really. I've got PBO ones. Hang on, bear with me. I've got the bog standard little... Should have got these out. Sorry. Yeah, I've got the little ones, you know, you can get these everywhere. I think most of mine are... Well, that's a crafter's choice. I think the others are just the Do Craft, Anita's Do Craft. I think out in the States you get the barrel something or other. I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. You get it in Walmart supermarket. It's dead cheap. It does make a difference on the pigment in the paints. These I find are fine. I have no problem with those whatsoever. The other paint I use is... Bear with me. I'll just get this one out. The PBO Studio Acrylics. I'm now causing shadows everywhere, aren't I? Because the sun is in and out, in and out. My room's destroyed. Yeah. I wait in the UK. We have Hobbycraft, and they quite regularly have a half price sale, which means these are £2 a tube. They last for... I've had some of these paints for years. They are, some of them are starting to get a little bit grainy. You can see it. It goes quite, well, grainy. But these ones are quite good. So I tidied all my paints up. So I've got all my opaques and shiny ones in here. Yeah, and obviously it comes in a myriad of colours. You can get what's called diner paints. Let me just get these out without dropping them everywhere. PBO do opaque and translucent. You can also get what are called diner colours. There we are. And they are super shiny. I don't know if you can get the shine off there. Yeah, and they're quite colour changing. So they're really good. But they also do transparents. I don't know why that's in there. Or that. Or that. The grandkids were here at the weekend. They do opaque, as I say, translucent. Greys. You can... This is a real cheapy one from a local cheap shop. It's not got a lot of pigment in it, but it does add a nice shine. It's a silver one, so I do keep that one. Yeah, again, that's another cheapie. Again, it's very thin, not a lot of colour, but it does give a nice metallic effect to paint. I've also got Galleria. I just pick it up. If I see it going cheap, I pick it up, I'll be honest with you. So, you know, it's each to their own with paints. And then, of course, I've also got a set of the golden fluid acrylics. They are to die for. I've got to tell you, they are beautiful. If you can afford it, this was a real basic starter set. I think I got it on Amazon. And from memory, I think it was sort of £30 odd. It was a Christmas present to myself. But the pigment and the colours are, yeah, they're to die for. I keep those out separate because they're very special. A bit like me. I'm just going to chuck those back in there for now. Yeah, also from the works here in the UK, they do this white £2. It's not. It doesn't have to be expensive, I think is what I'm trying to say. If you're starting out, just go to whatever craft store you've got near you. And sorry, let me just pick these up. Go to whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. Oh, and you can also get fluorescent ones, which are great fun to play with. Go to your craft shop, whatever you've got close to you. Pick up some colours. Sorry, I'm talking down. Pick up your favourite colours, basically. Start with those. These were a really cheap one, but there's some nice colours in there, so. You know, it will be whatever your budget is, I'll be honest with you. Also on the gel plates you can use the oxide sprays and inks. I got these cheap at a car boot. That's the only reason I've got this many, I can assure you. Yeah, they work on the gel plate as well. There are literally hundreds of videos out there on what to use on the gel plate. Some really, sorry, talking down again, some really good demonstrations. A lot more people that are a lot more clever at this stuff than me. But yeah, I mean, that is the basic really. It depends on your budget, on your pocket, whatever you want to do. Yeah, if you're a card maker, sorry, noise. If you're a card, I'm going to leave that there, otherwise it freaks out. If you're a card maker, I'd probably just go for a 6x6. If you think that's all you're ever going to do, fine, just do that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really. As I say, you can get the different shapes. There's lots of different sets of those. Just check out, if Amazon's your only source, go to Amazon. If you're in the States, you've got, you know, plethora. The only thing I would say is the difference in price. Okay, so gel press. So it's Gelli Arts gel press. I think I saw somebody else has started doing them now. I don't know what their quality is like, but these are the two main players. So gel press 8x10 ish, £19 on Amazon. Gelli Arts 8x10, £31.50. That's the reason why I've gone for gel press now. As I say, the only one that I bought was Gelli Arts, was the 8x10, which I rarely use now. Anything else? When you start gel printing, do not think you need a ton of paint on your gel plate. You don't. Okay, little bits. Build up the colour. If you put a ton on, you'll notice, because it just slides everywhere. Do I do some? I think I'll leave it. If you want me, as I say, there's so many people out there showing this, I don't need to, but if you want me to show you what I do, you've probably seen it before. I do a lot of gel printing. Yeah, it's a case of choosing what size you think you need. How much you're going to use it. I mean, if you're not going to use it a lot, I wouldn't go out and spend a fortune on, you know, highly pigmented paints. Mind you, they are nice, but yeah, you can use your distress crayons on it. Yeah, it really is a case of have a wander around YouTube, type in gel press or Gelli, Gelli, okay, or gel printing, and you'll get a bazillion videos come up. I've got some on my channel as well. So I think that's enough. Any more questions? I can't remember who it was that asked me. No, my brain is empty. If you need any more help, let me know, but get the size that suits you. Keep your clamshell packaging. The only reason the little one is on that acetate is because I use it like a stamp, so I've just left the acetate on that one. They don't recommend you keep the acetate on because it causes bubbles, or it can cause bubbles, and they transfer onto your prints. It's probably folklore, I don't know. That's it. I can't think of anything else to tell you. Just have a look around and decide what you need for your needs. If that makes any sense. Let me know if there's any more questions. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.